Hello and welcome back to Pocket Rockets, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MCE models LBworks GTR with the Type 2 body kit, and this thing is an absolute beast. It's possibly the best LBworks GTR yet to be released, and I'm going to tell you why. So this thing is made by MCE Models, which is a high-end resin model brand, and they make 164 models, or I think they do. And they have a lot of really cool cars. They have a RWB 930, I think it's the 930. And they have a LBworks 458, LBworks GTR, which is mine, and a LBworks Murcielago, Lamborghini Murcielago. And so this thing, like, pretty much all of their cars come in a lot of different liveries. I think this one comes in, like, the plain white and the Advan livery, and the Zero Fighter livery, and possibly my favorite, the LB Fighter livery, which is such a cool name. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the review, and we're going to be starting with the package. So yeah, this is the basically like the most common package for like high-end model cars, like plastic display case, plastic base, and sort of a little card art right here. And I really like this package because one thing, it's simple, and it kind of just doesn't distract you from looking at the car, and I think that is like a really good thing. So we're gonna start with the car now, the part that we've all been waiting for. So we're gonna start from the front, and one thing that it is immediately striking is the detail and the proportions. The proportions are amazing. Yeah, oh my god, the proportions are just on point. I mean, to prove how good the proportions are on the MCE models, I'm gonna bring in a Mini GT, LBworks GTR, exact same car, exact same body kit, but just different paint job. I mean, these look like, the Mini GT one literally looks like a joke, and they are like the same. They are the same body kit, the same everything, except for like the paint job. So yeah, now you got an idea of how good this thing is. We're going to talk about the front detail and how everything is put together. So we have the plastic headlights with like awesome detail on them. And the front, just the grille, everything is just so on point. And we have like kind of like these support struts for the splitter to make sure that they don't snap at high speeds, I think. And the intercooler is also amazing because it's like chrome, so it actually reflects something. It's not just like printed silver on, which I think is really cool. And now we're gonna take a look at the Mini GT LBworks GTR. So yeah, for the Mini GT LBworks GTR, the canards are a part of the metal base and just painted black. But for the MCE one, they are individual plastic pieces that are glued onto the actual body of this car. And speaking of bodies, I'm actually going to talk about the differences between this and the Mini GT, not like in a detailed sort of way, but like in the most biggest sort of way. So this is resin. And what are resin? Resin are basically not metal die-cast cars. They're like plastic, but just not plastic, just a fancier name. So yeah, resin models are a lot lighter, and they usually are not able to roll because they don't have an axle. And so for something like Inno64, I recently did a review on this. For Inno64, you can't roll, but it is possible to make this car roll just by grinding and fitting smaller tires or fitting smaller wheels onto it. But for resin cars, it is impossible to make it to roll because it simply does not have an axle. So it doesn't even have like for some people, they can't speak because they haven't learned it yet, but they have a mouth, so they can speak. So they can technically, you can make them speak. But for like some people who don't have mouths, I don't know if they exist or not, they cannot speak no matter what you do. So basically, the resin cars are basically the people who doesn't have mouths. Basically, if you understand that brilliant philosophy of the world. So here we go. Starting from the front, basically canards, everything is on point in the front support struts. And I think the most important thing is like proportions on this thing, because this thing's proportions are literally amazing. So moving on to the side, we have just, oh my goodness, just look at this proportion. This is so neat. So yeah, the thing that I like about Liberty Walk the most is how like their wide bodies just flow with the lines of the car and just kind of not disturb it. Like you can see for like the front, it flows along the headlight and along the hood and folds down to accommodate this iconic GTR, I think, air vent here. And the air vent is gold for some reason. That I just only noticed that. You know, also we have brake calipers here, also for the rear, which is a very nice touch. And I just really like this Japanese war flag. I think the way that it fades out just looks so good. And just, this is just impossible perfect. And a bonus, Advan tires. A fun fact, Advan tires are actually the most expensive tires that an average person can buy. They come in at I think a $325 tire, which is pretty expensive. Yeah, basically all the classic sponsors right here, and we have FI exhaust. Actually, oh, we have an FI exhaust here. I thought it had R Matrix exhaust, well, but no, it's got FI exhaust. And this fitment just looks so good, and this fitment does come at a cost. You can't roll it. So yeah, moving on to the rear. The rear is as stunning as the front, but I want to talk about a couple of things. So, the spoiler, the exhaust, and the proportions, again. So we're going to start from the spoiler, and this is kind of going to carry, like, around the car. So yeah, just look at how shiny the spoiler is. Like, this is something that most 164 brands haven't been able to, like, accomplish. Like, look at this. Even this is painted. It's still not shiny. And the other gray one, nope, still not shiny. So this is just like next level. So this like kind of like you unlocked another thing that they make it shiny, and all the body kits and pieces are as shiny as the rear. So really just this thing looks like a 1/18 scale car if I put it, like if I took it outside to take a picture of it. This thing is gonna look like a 1/18 scale car. You know why? Because the plastic, like the black pieces, are actually like piano black and not just like plastic black, which is really important. And for the exhaust, we have kind of like a titanium exhaust going on here, and this just looks so good. And like, it's not like mini GT, like the exhaust is like a part of the base, so it's just like painted on. Like I said, this thing is not like that. Like all of the pieces on this car are just individually fitted onto the car, which just makes it look like next level, literally next level. So yeah, with high quality, good proportions, and excellent detail comes at a high price. This thing costed me $43 US. Jesus. But yeah, was it worth it? I think in total it was worth it, though the price certainly was a little high, just to put in the lightest perspective, but it was definitely worth it. And I certainly hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know why today my videos just suck. Like, this is my best take yet. I took like 15 takes of this GTR and they all sucked. This is like my 16th take. So if you could subscribe, it would really help me out a lot. I really put a lot of effort into my videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. This has been Pocket Rockets. I hope you subscribe. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.